The widow of a former University of Southern California football star suing the NCAA for failing to protect her husband from head injuries. The trial started today in L.A., and according to the lawsuit, Matthew Gee died in 2018 from brain damage after taking repeated hits to the head. The suit also accuses the NCAA of keeping players in the dark about the risk of concussions. Attorneys representing the athletics governing body insist that Gee died from substance abuse and other health problems. In a statement they wrote, in part, Mr. Gee used alcohol and drugs to cope with a traumatic childhood, to fill in the loss of identity he felt after his football playing days ended, and to numb the chronic and increasing pain caused by numerous health issues. It's important to note this is not the NCAA's first case concerning a former player. It's actually faced hundreds of wrongful death and personal injury suits over the past decade. Some ended in settlements, but this case is unique because it could be the first one to reach a jury. Michael McCann now, a legal analyst for Sportico, also a law professor at the University of New Hampshire. Michael, welcome. Good to have you with us. What's the end goal here? Is it money? Is it something deeper, something more?
I think it's something more. And part of it, Tyler, is establishing that the NCAA acted wrongly. I think that's something that a lot of families and former players want to hear, that the NCAA has talked about health, talked about protecting players, and yet here we have a player, at least the widow, saying, look, he wasn't protected, and he suffered all sorts of traumatic brain injuries, at least according to the plaintiff, and as a consequence, years later, those injuries deteriorated his mental health, and he turned to drugs and alcohol and other things. So really it's about validating this idea that the NCAA should have done more. And if this goes to a jury and the jury holds for the plaintiff, we'll see other players and relatives bring similar cases and maybe have more success than they've had to date.
As an informed observer, is the NCAA doing enough to protect players and in turn protect itself from lawsuits?
Well, I think the NCAA would say that in recent years, it's changed its practices to promote health to a much greater degree than it did before. And the NCAA has argued no one knew the long-term neurological consequences of brain injury back when some of these players played. Now, the other side would say, well, hold on a second, that's not really true. And even some of the steps that they've taken lately aren't enough. So it's a matter of degrees. Clearly, the NCAA has made the sport safer. I think whether it's done enough is the harder call.
You know, Matthew Gee was one of 5 linebackers on that 1989 USC team who died before the age of 50. And one of them was Junior Seau, who suffered from a brain injury and took his own life in 2012, a legendary NFL player as well. Now, the deaths may all, Michael, be coincidence, but it certainly seems odd, no?
It does seem odd, and they're not alone. We know many other players have suffered, if not death, very awful health outcomes. And this case could really test the sort of defense argument, which is, well, they assumed the risk. One, they played a violent sport, or two, they had other things in their lives that caused their death, that turning to substances and things like that, mental health issues, that's not really the fault of the NCAA. At least that's been some of the defense argument. Well, let's see how a jury feels about it. I mean, that's really, now we're testing some of these arguments that might work on a law school exam or work when defense attorneys are meeting up, but whether juries buy it is an altogether different calculation.
Quickly, why is this case likely to go to a jury?
Well, there's no settlement. That's really the big part. Now, there still could be a settlement. We've seen that happen. So right now, at least, there's no settlement. Maybe that changes before it actually goes to a jury.
Michael, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.